Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see what we've got today. We've got the Golem. Okay, so Golem obviously can't heal, so there's definitely always some danger, but as long as you build the character reasonably defensively, you should usually be fine. Let's see what weapon we get, and that'll determine our strategy, and we've got the Plank. Golem with Plank, this is maybe the worst weapon that we could get for this character. Plank is a slow attacking, weak weapon that doesn't do that much damage, so it's pretty hard for avoiding taking hits, pretty bad for avoiding taking hits, which is what the Golem typically wants to do. But we should be able to make it work regardless. So let's go ahead and see if we can use the large AoE to at least make a bunch of money on wave 1, because the large area is what determines how much money we make wave 1. Unfortunately, I ran for that tree, and because of the slow attack speed, I should just have killed the other enemy rather than going for the tree. Because of the slow attack speed of the weapon, we weren't able to kill it. We do get 5 harvesting here, but that sets me a little bit behind because I went for that greedy play that didn't work out. Let's take the Plank and lock a duct tape. Both engineering for the plank damage and armor are very useful for this character, so locking that is pretty good. Buy another plank. And because I didn't kill that one enemy, we're now 1 material short of being able to reroll and buy another plank, because planks cost 16 and that reroll was 2. So you can see even small mistakes like that really compound very quickly in terms of how they make your how much weaker they make your character. That just delays us getting our weapons online by 1 wave, so even very small movement errors like that can really have big consequences. Alright, we should be able to kill this tree, though, because we can actually attack it twice. So we still made pretty good income on the second wave. Of course, we had 16 in the bank already, but we are still in good shape, and we picked up 2 more harvesting. Buy a plank here, and then roll, buy another plank, and of course we're going to lock the dynamite, because we have an explosive weapon, and good luck on finding 6 planks right away. Because it's an elemental weapon, with a weapon with the elemental and explosion tag, really important to get 6 planks, because both of those tags will increase your clear speed quite a lot. On the Golem, on wave 3 onwards, it's kind of hard to do this on earlier waves. You want to deliberately tank damage, because that will increase your move speed and attack speed once you get below half health. Our weapon set's actually too good right now because we found 6 planks, so we can't get ourselves below half health, but in future waves we're going to try to do that because we get the move speed and attack speed boost, which is going to increase our clear speed and just make us more money when we deliberately reduce our HP like that. Here, even though we get a level 2 HP upgrade, I'm just going to take the harvesting, and then we're going to roll here, and we'll grab 5 more harvesting. Now we're at 22 harvesting, so it's going to start growing by 2 per wave. Really important to get that early, so we're very happy that we managed to do so. Take a duct tape and a dynamite, and then roll, and we will lock a peaceful bee and a plank. Mutation, we're not going to bother with. 1 elemental damage, it's only 50% damage scaling. So usually you're going to want to buy melee damage on this character because you get it at a much more efficient rate. And you only scale with 50% of whatever stat you get. So when you're buying base damage, it's important that you buy it fairly cheaply. The thing that makes Plank scale the most, though, is attack speed, because it's such a slow attacking weapon. So that's what we're on the lookout for the most. So this wave, I'm going to walk into enemy attacks as much as possible in order to reduce my HP on purpose, so that when we get it to half, we can start killing things a little bit faster. You can see now we move and attack faster. So having reduced our HP, let's just kill that lamprey a little quicker. Let's just kill that tree. This just gives us increased clear speed because of the Golem passive. Got that curse alien kill. Let's see if another one has spawned. Yeah, that one spawned up there, and I don't think we had time to go kill it, so I decided to just get the rest of the enemies on the field. We'll take 10 luck here. Luck is worse for the Golem than for other characters because you can't use consumables to heal, so consumables drops are less important, but it's still very useful to have high luck, just getting higher level ups and higher level items in the shop. Then I'm going to roll here. I'll just take the max HP upgrade. Boosting our max HP is important, so we do want to do that. Then we'll take a plank and a peaceful bee and roll again. Grab a gentle alien, and I think I'd rather have the tree than the plank, so I'm just going to lock the plank here. I will also lock the banner. Like I said, attack speed is the most important stat for us by far, so buying the banner is going to help, even if it's a relatively inefficient way to get attack speed. Any attack speed is so good. I actually think I made a small error here. I should have bought the plank, locked the tree, and then re-rolled, because on wave 4, we're guaranteed to see one weapon in the shop. So I could potentially have rolled into another plank if I'd done it in that order. This way has some advantages in that we get more trees this wave, possibly. But that way would more likely give us additional weapons, which is probably more important at this stage. Ran into that guy thinking I would kill it immediately and didn't. That's because plank is a bad weapon. So I took some extra damage there and some extra time to kill the enemy because I started moving away before I'd actually done the damage to kill it. Making pretty good income this wave, though. Here I'm going to... I could take 6 melee damage. I think our weapon damage is low enough that I really do want to boost my melee damage. Do I want Baby Elephant? A way to kill stuff that doesn't rely on this relatively weak weapon is definitely interesting, but I think given that we only have 10 luck and only 5% damage, I'm just going to roll and try to find more of the core stats for the class first. Here, we'll upgrade our weapon, and I'll lock Clockwork Wasp as well. We definitely want move speed, and there's a decent chance we end up with a structure sub-theme, since we have a weapon that scales with engineering. We're incentivized to buy engineering when we see it efficiently. So if we find something like a pocket factory, then we'll be pretty happy that we have the structure attack speed as well. Again, walking into these attacks as much as I can to try to reduce my HP so that we get the move speed and attack speed boosts and can kill these other enemies a little faster. You want to be careful doing this, of course, and once you're at half health, you no longer need to take damage, but up until that point, you do really want to do that. It's very important to do that with the Golem, because it just gets your economy rolling much faster and really is not that dangerous in the early waves. Alien Tongue, I generally prefer to buy if we're healing with consumables, but it's still worth it for 11, I think. It's not that important, but I think for only 11, it's not that bad either. And then I'll take 6 more melee damage and 2 more armor, because boosting our armor, really important for this character. We're very happy, of course, to buy more XP gain and movement speed and HP, so we'll buy all of that. Campfire, I don't think is worth it. Pencil, though, this is 1 base damage at the cost of 1 attack speed and 1 crit chance. For 30, I think that's probably worth it. The eye surgery I'm going to pass on. We don't have any method of burning currently, so it's not that important. But I'll lock the fishhook, I'll lock the banner. Plank does benefit from crit chance pretty well, because it does have 2x critical damage, so I'll lock the insanity as well. I think that's a pretty big damage boost for us. So, obviously, we're very happy to see fishhook. Banner and insanity are a little more marginal, but both of those I think are worth buying regardless. Oh, I was forgetting to take damage there. I've been talking about that this entire run, and then I just didn't do it. So we're going to cost ourselves a little bit of clear speed, although I was able to just walk into that walrus because it has so much HP and does so much damage, so I reduced myself to below half pretty fast by doing that. Now, of course, I just need to not die, because I actually took my health a little lower than I meant to. But as long as we don't die and we're not being forced to run away from enemies rather than kill them, then you always want to reduce your HP. Lure, of course, we'll grab, even though we can't use the regeneration. The extra boxes are going to be really good. And then let me re-roll here. I could take the engineering, but I think we can do better. And yeah, we're going to take 15 attack speed. Like I said, Plank scales most with attack speed, so that's the stat that we want over everything else. we'll buy the fishhook and the plank, and then I can't afford both of these. No, I can. I can buy both of those. Then we'll reroll, and then I'm going to lock these 2 items because we have a fishhook. So if we get either of them cursed, we'll be very, very happy. Baby elephant, I probably wouldn't lock without the hook, but we are going to lock it with the hook. Snake, I'm still not locking. You might have noticed that I passed on a snake there. We don't have any way of setting enemies on fire, so currently the snake is not doing anything. And while you can buy cursed items that don't do anything, and it's still often good, snake is just too much money for no value at this point, so I don't really want to spend time and effort on getting that. Again, reduced my HP a little further than I wanted, so we have to be a little bit more careful than I would prefer, but that's fine. We still have 19 health. We can take 2 hits. We definitely want to, or we can take 1 hit before we die. We definitely want to boost our armor so that each individual damage instance is lower, and of course that's one of the advantages that the Golem gets. Snowball will grab elemental damage, still useful to us, and we'll take Clockwork Wasp as well. Baby Gecko, I already have an Alien Tongue, so this is really not that useful, but for only 7 materials, I'm going to pick it up anyways. Take the Luck here, and then I'm going to take some percent damage over the max HP. Our max HP is fine with 70 max HP. We'd much rather have armor and dodge at this point, but the percent damage is very useful because our percent damage was really low. Neither of these items got cursed, but I did increase my luck. Do I want the baby elephant now? I think we still don't want it. We're just going to focus on our core stats more. Our character is doing fine, but definitely could be a lot stronger. So I really need to focus on stats that we really care about at this point. Warrior Helmet, we're very happy about. This is 2 stats that we do really care about, so buying the HP and armor is great. Going up to 9 armor just makes us so much tankier. And then I will lock the plank. I'll lock Cyberball. Acid, I don't really know if I want to reduce my dodge, and spending 125 even on a cursed HP boost just isn't that enticing to me. So I'm going to roll and lock a treasure map instead. And then if any of these get cursed, we'll be pretty happy to buy them. Obviously, you need to increase your HP on the Golem, but it'll just happen naturally. With the maximum HP modifiers increase, you get 33% more. You get extra health just from leveling up compared to every other character. And you are tagged with max HP in the shop, so you're more likely to find max HP items as well. That means that you just don't need to spend that much on inefficient sources of max health, like acid, and can instead focus on getting stats that you need more online. This is the last wave where I'm going to tank damage on purpose, and you'll notice that I'm doing it a little less aggressively than I was before, because I don't want to spend all of the wave below half health. Just like the end of the wave, so that we can make a little bit more money at the end without having to play nervously. And then, starting next wave, I'm going to stop tanking damage on purpose because it can really get you in trouble if you do that too much. Here, we are going to roll, and I'll take more percent damage. Wow, this fishhook has been terrible. I guess let's grab the treasure map, ignore the cyberball. We will buy the plank, and then roll. I'm going to lock gambling token, and I'll buy these 2 armor items. I'll lock claw tree as well. That I'm going to throw in a reroll here. We wouldn't reroll if we didn't have the fishhook, but because we do, we just want to lock items, so I'm just going to lock this entire shop and try to get some fishhook value. Maybe we can get some ever. So I said it was the last wave I was going to tank damage on purpose, but I decided that we could probably do 1 more wave and play this wave at low health. In part, that's because my move speed and attack speed are both pretty low, so I was really worried about just not getting enough money this wave, so I decided to take a little bit of extra damage there. That was actually on purpose. We're a little behind where I'd like to be, economically speaking, because of the weaknesses of this weapon. So I'm trying to make up for that with wave 10, which on the Abyss is typically your farming wave. This is where you're going to make the most money. So we're playing a little greedier there to try to make our 500 materials that we wanted to make on wave 10. We didn't, because we haven't built that much harvesting, and our clear speed is not that good. So we're just behind economically speaking, and need to focus on fixing that. Saltwater, this is pretty nice. Boosting our move speed is good, and it is net +1 damage for the character. And then we'll take attack speed, because I really need to boost attack speed. Do I buy harvesting this late? I think I do. I'm really concerned about our economy, and so even a late 10 harvesting could help out quite a bit, I think. 2 cursed items, finally. We obviously lose a little extra armor here, but still worth it. Armor and dodge multiply together really well, so when you buy both of them and max HP, we get a lot of those. When you buy both of them together, each multiplies the other, so we're very happy to have both. Claw Tree, of course, we get some bonus damage. The Goat Skull, I might not buy it now that it's not cursed, because the base damage upgrade isn't that powerful for this class. It is fairly slow to build base damage on planks, because the damage scaling per stat that you buy is worse than any other weapon. Might seem a little counterintuitive because we have 3 ways to scale the damage, but those just give us more options for scaling it. They don't make us actually better at scaling it. So you will gain damage much slower on this weapon than on other weapons, even though you have multiple ways to buy that damage. I will still buy the missile, and I think, given that it's a free reroll, I'll pick up the Goat Skull, but that's pretty close. Spicy Sauce, I'm quite happy with. Obviously, we still want more HP, and this gives us another boost to our damage. And here I'll buy the Fertilizer, and then I'm going to lock these 2 items and throw in a reroll, and see if we can get some more cursed items with our fishhook. Then with 3 items locked, we're going to jump into the Horde wave and hopefully make a decent amount of money. Obviously, we have an explosive weapon for a Horde wave, which is really nice. So having a Horde wave, this is something I maybe should have talked about a little bit earlier as well, but having this Horde wave for our first boss wave gave us a little more freedom to build a little greedier, because we don't have to build to fight an elite. Obviously, with a weapon like Plank, you're going to suffer against an elite a lot more than against a Horde, because you have lots of good AoE damage, but your single target damage is terrible. With slow attacks and low damage per attack, we're much worse at fighting elites than we are at fighting groups of enemies. So the boss pattern here was a little bit fortunate for us, because we can get a little greedier with waiting to build defensive stats to survive an elite with. Definitely going to want to build more dodge soon if I can manage that. That's one of the stats that will help the most. But we made 500 that wave. It's not great, but not terrible. I will take the sunglasses. I do want more armor, of course, and losing armor, especially at an increased rate, because we're the Golem, is bad. But we need to build damage, so I just have to buy that. We'll take the helmet as well. All right, this +4 armor upgrade is an amazing find. And percent damage is going to help more than 3 engineering in terms of increasing our damage, so we'll buy that. Here, I'm going to buy out this whole shop, and then roll. We will take a metal detector and a helmet, and then roll again. A leveled up plank. Capping my move speed, I don't really want to do, but increasing our range and engineering with the shackles is somewhat tempting. So what if I buy this plank? I guess I'll combine. I'll buy this plank. I'll lock the shackles. I'm going to roll here, and I'm going to lock these 2 items to see if we can curse them. I probably won't buy the glass cannon if we don't curse it. Losing 4 armor seems really bad. Cursed Icicle would be really nice as well, but obviously we're not allowed to buy it for the challenge. And this wave, I'm going to roll aggressively for move speed in our level up screen, because if we can get some move speed, then I'll buy the shackles. If we can't, I might still buy it, but I'm not if it gets cursed. But I'm really not sure about that. One reason I'm a little more interested in shackles than I would be otherwise is that range is actually pretty good for Plank. It's a very short-ranged weapon, and it's got a wide swing arc. You can see it swings in this wide arc. So increasing the range not only makes us better at fighting things far away, it also just means that we're doing damage to more things at once, and that's more explosions as well, so that's going to stack explosion damage on top of more enemies. So range for a weapon with an attack pattern like Plank is actually a more relevant stat than it usually is, because it increases our damage across multiple enemies. Yeah, we'll take the Peaceful Bee. Of course, we want to build dodge, and even this late, we'll take a Scar. For engineering, no, I need to roll for move speed. Or do I just take armor? Think I'm just going to take the armor. 3 armor is too good to pass up on, and we'll pass the shackles. None of these got cursed. Do I want the glass cannon? Anyways, we're of course buying the wheelbarrow. I think what we're going to do here is buy the plank, and we'll leave the glass cannon locked and see if we can get that cursed. Then I will take a metal, and I'll lock these 2 items again to try to get more curses. Because if I get the glass cannon cursed, it's going to reduce the armor reduction as well as increasing the damage output. So we're going to play around Fishhook a little bit here. Making sure to clear those cursed enemies where possible. Generally, I don't advise waiting to curse a specific item before buying it with Fishhook, because it costs you rerolls, it costs you time where you're not getting stronger. But since we couldn't afford all of those items anyways, it's totally fine to wait another wave on potentially cursing that item, since it would be so good if we do get it cursed. I'm not really that worried about cursing a plank. Obviously, they are better, but because it makes the damage scaling sort of normal for a weapon instead of low for a weapon. But Plank isn't a weapon that gets cursed that well, and we really want to focus on boosting our core stats more than one of our weapons. We'd rather have all of our weapons kill enemies really quickly in this particular case. Do I want to reduce my move speed even further for 2 elemental damage? I probably do. I really need to find... Oh yeah, especially because we have the snowball, so that actually does give us a little more damage. We'll take 1 melee damage there as well. And a reroll. I'm really looking for move speed. Attack speed would be nice also. I'm still just going to take the 12% damage, though. Great. Both the items that we wanted cursed got cursed, so that's awesome. We'll take the glass cannon and the wheat. And I'll take the metal as well. Alien magic, do I lock this for a bunch of HP? The curse, I suppose I would buy it if it got cursed, so I will lock it, though this is a fairly marginal item regardless. Glass cannon, even though it cost me 1 armor, is huge, and the wheat is worth a ton of melee damage, so we lose an elemental, but we gain +7 base damage on that anyways, so this should be enough bonus damage to help us hopefully kill this elite before we take too many hits. This is definitely one of the harder elites to fight here, so we're going to, for a melee character at least, so we're going to see if we can get through it. I need to not take any hits, if possible, in the early stage so that I can play aggressively once it goes into its second form, because if I had been really low health there, we'd have had to run away from it. And as the Golem, you cannot afford to start running away. That's how you sort of get chipped down and bleed out on the character, because with no healing, once you're running away, you are just dodging for the rest of the wave, and that's how you lose with this type of character. What you need to do is make sure that you can always just run at the enemies and kill them, which is why Plank is a fairly weak weapon for the Golem in general, since it does not give you fast clear speed on Elite, so you're less likely to be able to get just quick kills on it. Is 63 worth 6 curse for -6 damage? I guess it is. Obviously, the effect of the seashell is totally useless, but we're basically just spending 63 materials and 6 damage on 6 curse, and I think that's good enough. Tractor will take here, and then... Do I want attack speed or dodge? Both of these are really nice. Oh, actually, I just gotta take movement speed. I really want all of those stats, but playing at negative movement speed, you saw how hard it was against that elite, and it's just gonna get harder against the bosses. So we are just gonna buy the move speed. I'll take the lure here and then roll. Mirror. Is there anything that I want to mirror here? I don't think so. So I'll just take the helmet and spicy sauce. And I'll lock the mirror because I'm going to reroll. If there's something here that I want to mirror, then I'll happily have it locked. But also cursed mirror is pretty good. So we're reasonably happy to just try to lock the mirror and get it cursed. I'll roll one more time for 30 to try to lock more stuff. Is that good? Probably not, but I'll lock the black belt because if it gets cursed, I'll buy it. So, feeling much better with the slight increase to our move speed. I really dislike playing at negative move speed, so I just feel like you have to buy some move speed during a run to make dodging a little bit smoother. Of course, I would have loved to have the attack speed or the dodge from that shop as well. But this way, we're just less likely to take unnecessary damage. Dodge is very good for the Golem, as I said, because it multiplies really well with your high armor and your high HP. So I'd love to increase our dodge more. We are also already have 20%, so more dodge will scale well with the dodge that we already have. Stone Skin, yeah, we're going to take the Stone Skin. Losing 6 attack speed, definitely a real penalty, but this is a huge bonus to our HP, so it just makes us way more survivable. And then let's take 6 melee damage here. We didn't get either of these cursed, so I don't think I'm going to buy either of them. I think we can do better. Okay, well, the legendary exception rule is definitely in effect here. I'm not 100% convinced that we're going to win with Plank without rolling into a legendary item here, but I have never used the Dex-Troyer on camera. In fact, I've never gotten a chance to buy this item, so obviously we're going to buy it and use it. Shout out to Dex. I think I will buy the eye surgery. It's worth 3 elemental damage, and then I'm going to roll once and lock these items for the curse, and hopefully we make enough to be able to buy the Dex-Troyer. Gotta just make a bunch of money this wave so that we can spend 800. Obviously, this is a little bit of a different run now than it was before. I don't think we were in that much danger of losing with the Golem Plank run. When we made it out of the first elite fight, I think we were more or less in the clear, though you can definitely still lose in the boss fight, but I'm just too excited to try a legendary weapon that I've never gotten to use before. Apologies to the purists out there. I think I'm going to be just shy of being able to buy it here. I'm trying to take as much damage as I need to make 800 materials. So I'm just running at everything in a straight line. All right, we're going to buy the book here, and then I've got positive move speed, so I'm going to take the armor. And great, we can afford the Dex-Troyer. 0 cursed items again from our fishhook. I would have loved the cursed Dex-Troyer. So let's take a look at what this item does. So it scales with our melee and engineering, crits for 2x, swings 1 second, 50% chance to explode, hitting an enemy spawns lightning projectiles. So it's basically a big lightning shiv. Honestly, this weapon doesn't look that broken. Like, I don't know how... it's got great range, actually, so it really long range is going to help. But, honestly, this weapon doesn't look that much stronger than our planks. So, while it is definitely stronger, we are going to... No, okay, it's definitely stronger. Just because it attacks from so much further away, so it starts the chain as well, and does a lot of damage. Sick weapon. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Get those lightning charges going. Would have loved to get that cursed as well, but no such luck. It's not going to be that much better for killing bosses, which is the thing that we were worried about. So that's what I kind of referring to when I was saying it doesn't seem that much stronger than our planks. It will be better, but spending 800 on the Dex-Troyer actually probably doesn't make us that much more likely to win the run in general, because we're still going to struggle with elites. I'll take the Claw Tree for sure, and then I don't really need a level 3 HP upgrade. We've got tons. Let me reroll here. We'll take some more melee damage, and then... what is our fishhook doing? We're at a 45% pity bonus. I think that's the highest pity bonus I've ever seen. We're going to upgrade our plank. I will still buy the sunglasses, and I'll buy the helmet, and I'll roll here. Now that I've got the Dex-Troyer, do I just buy the nuke launcher? Yeah, you know what? I think we're sort of in the for fun zone at this point. And I will lock the plank, because if we get a cursed one, it'll be better than the level 4 probably, and we'll lock alloy as well. And we're going to go fight this elite. So you can see we're killing the elite moderately quickly, but not that much quicker than we would be just with planks. So the legendary weapon, definitely nice for clear speed in the rest of the wave, but not giving us a massive advantage in terms of actually winning the run, because it doesn't make us that much faster at killing elites. Love the lightning bounces, though. Oh, nice. Okay, we got a Retromations hoodie as well. So we've actually got all of the Brotato YouTuber items, Dex and Retromation. So really we're in a YouTube-themed run. Schmoop, I will take this even at the cost of 2 melee damage. I think the bonus HP is good. And I'll grab a Pearl as well. It's only 4% damage, but that's worth 46. And then here, I'm going to roll for a dodge upgrade or an attack speed upgrade. And yeah, I'll take attack speed, even though we got, what? Unbelievable. 60% pity bonus. Okay, we're really going off here. Let's grab the nuke launcher and the alloy and then roll. And then I'm going to roll again, because anything we lock here is very likely to get cursed. With the pity bonus, so I'm really trying to lock something good. I guess I'll lock the riposte. Ice Cube will be nice as well. Hunting Trophy, I don't think we want, because we're going into wave 19. So maybe I guess we get a cursed Ice Cube. That will be a lot of bonus damage. Oh, I guess we have the seashell, so that actually works with our nuke launcher. Yeah, you can see it's firing multiple projectiles now. So that's actually really nice that we get to use our cursed seashell. This run suddenly got really silly. The nuke launcher with the cursed seashell is definitely an increase to our power level. That will make us much faster at killing bosses. One thing that's interesting about Golem is that you might think that not being able to heal would be a real penalty for Endless Mode, but it's actually not, because in Endless Mode, enemies sort of just one-shot you at a certain point anyways. So Golem, a surprisingly good Endless Mode character, and I think I will take it a few levels into Endless Mode, because we just got a Legendary and a nuke launcher. I just want to play with the fun toys. We'll take Diploma as well, of course, and then here we're going to roll, and I'll take the move speed. Our move speed is really low. Take the Ice Cube. The Cursed Ice Cube is really nice. We'll grab Riposte, Turret, Alien Worm just for bonus HP, sure. Baby with the Beard. I can now start building range damage as well, because we have this nuke launcher. And then I'm going to buy the Wheat and roll and see if we can lock anything good. Let's lock a charcoal, because if it gets cursed, I will buy it. So we're gonna go a few levels into endless mode here. Assuming that I actually manage to kill the bosses, which is not guaranteed at all. While I do have a lot more damage than I did before, you can still bleed out and lose all of your HP when you're low health like this, as the Golem, and we don't have a lot of dodge. We have no tardigrades or anything. Killing the whale boss first, of course, because that lets you focus your damage on the snake boss, and you can see that I am actually, we were actually lower health, because I got a little sloppy there than we probably should have been. Took a lot of extra damage there just by walking into the whale boss's attacks. So that's why I was a little hesitant to buy the legendary there, because it certainly wasn't a guarantee that we win that boss fight with Plank. And I might do a Plank challenge run with the Golem as well. I actually need to survive, because we're on a 90-second wave, so that is a challenge for the Golem at this point with our low wave clear and lots of cursed enemies. Just surviving through the 90-second wave, especially after I took a bunch of extra damage. But we made it. Losing armor every wave. I think I will still take the ashes. Bloody Hand, so surprisingly not that bad for Golem. This basically reduces our HP by 60, or 90 on the 90-second waves. But reducing your HP by 60 isn't that big a deal for this character, so it's sort of like lose 60 HP, gain 20% damage. I'm not going to take it here, but Bloody Hand is surprisingly not that bad for the Golem. Silver Bullet, of course, is a big help always. We'll take some elemental damage, then I'll take some crit chance. Swap harvesting and range damage. I'll definitely do that. Harvesting is no longer valuable because we're in endless mode, so this will just boost the damage of our nuke launcher dramatically. What is our pity bonus now? Okay, it's only 10% because we did get a cursed item. Right, we got the ice cube cursed. But this fishhook has been the worst. Baby with a beard is awesome though with the axolotl. Bone dice, cursed bone dice, of course, really good going into endless mode. Just going to be a lot of bonus damage, and then I will lock the mastery because if we get it cursed, I'll buy it. So now we're just a nuke launcher build because we did the axolotl thing. So it shoots for 1 million or whatever, approximately 1 million. So I'm going to go, I think, probably to wave 30, or if we die first. Obviously, we'll stop if we die first. But this is just such a silly run now because we axolotled into ranged damage and we have a Dex-Troyer. Sure, we'll take a bait. We will roll here, and we're gonna grab some ranged damage, because why not? I'll take the mastery, I'll take the metal. Incendiary turret, I guess I'll lock the incendiary turret. I will lock the gentle alien. I'm gonna buy the lens, and weird ghost, of course, you don't want on the golem, because you cannot heal. I will say, I anticipate a lot of comments saying we wouldn't have won that boss fight without the nuke launcher, and that's definitely possible, but also, if we hadn't done the silly shop purchases, I would have played that boss fight more carefully, right? So, in that counterfactual world, you have to imagine my play just being a little better. Certainly not a guarantee, but obviously we could have played that boss fight more cautiously. You can see we're making like no money now because we have no harvesting and we have no other sources of income for this character. Because we don't have hunting trophy, we passed on the hunting trophy we were offered. Enemy material drops are not that much in the Abyss, so you really need other sources of income. You know what? Let's take a flamethrower. That'll be fun too. We'll take warrior helmet, cyberball. Baby squid, obviously, we don't want. Let's just lock all these items and see if we can get something cool cursed. But normally for endless mode runs, of course, we would still have our leftover harvesting before it ticks down to 0 over the course of endless mode. And you would have something like a hunting trophy, you'd have maybe a black flag, something else that's giving you extra money. I can't remember if we have any bags on this run either, but normally you'd have high luck and some bags, and that would be worth a lot of money as well. Because this character has actually not found that many good economy items, and none of the normal endless mode economy items, we're making very little money per wave for an endless run. Like, sub 500 is not good for this point in the game. We'll take the mutation, we'll take corrupted shard. I'm gonna boost my dodge here. I definitely want to get to dodge cap. Okay, the flamethrower didn't get cursed. Do I still want to buy it? I think I won't buy it because it's not cursed. But I'll take these 2 cursed items. We'll leave the warrior helmet locked. I guess I'll leave the flamethrower locked because I can buy a cursed flamethrower. And we'll lock the alloy as well. Oh, actually, I probably shouldn't be buying these alloys. I think I picked one up in a box as well, but I forgot I had Retrimation's hoodie. So while the alloy does scale our damage pretty well, because it gives us all the damage stats, not only does it cost us dodge, it also costs us attack speed. So it's definitely a lot worse than alloy normally is. Or normally would be for this character. Alloy, normally a pretty good item for plank build because it breaks the usual rule of plank, which is that because it gives you all of the damage types, usually when you buy alloy, one of those damage types is wasted. For a plank build, or usually when you buy alloy, 3 of those damage types are wasted. For a plank build, only 1 of them is wasted because you scale with all 3 of the damage types. So it's a more efficient item for plank than for any other weapon, basically. Okay, nice. We got another Dex-Troyer. We got a cursed flamethrower. So let's go ahead and buy the flamethrower, and then I'll buy the warrior helmet. I'm going to unlock the alloy because I just talked about that. Lock the gentle alien. I guess I'll lock boxing glove. And then if we get this cursed Dex-Troyer, I'm just going to leave this locked until it gets cursed. Then I'll be very happy. Flattened both elites in record time. Not actually record time, but pretty fast for this build. The reason that Golem ends up not being much worse than other characters in Endless Mode is that normally in Endless Mode, your HP pool eventually becomes how many tardigrades you have anyways. So the inability to heal just doesn't matter because your real HP is the tardigrade rather than the actual health of your character. Since everything will just eventually do so much damage that it kills you in one shot. Here, I'm going to reroll, and sure, I'll grab 20 luck. We'll leave the Dex-Troyer locked and buy the gentle alien, and then I'm going to lock the gnome, and roll here, and I'll just leave these 2 locked. I want to build up enough money to buy the second Dex-Troyer, so I just don't need to buy too many things. whenever that gets cursed, we definitely want to be able to buy it. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage here. We might not make it to wave 30 because as fun as these unique items are, they've meant that, and buying like the axolotl and stuff, it really has set me behind economically. And so my damage is not keeping up. Oh no! All right. Well, we didn't make it out of the, we didn't make it to the second Dex-Troyer because I just walked into that attack and died. But that was still a super fun run, and very happy, obviously, to have won with the Golem. Would have loved to get the cursed Dex-Troyer, but this is still a really fun run. Taking a look at our items here, yeah, we didn't find like bag or anything, but overall, I would say this went fairly well. I spent a little bit too much on the banners, maybe. That set my economy behind to buy attack speed in an inefficient way. I still think that was right. But not getting a lot of really great stuff in the early shops definitely wasn't amazing for us. We ended up with only 5 stats from the snowball, but we knew that wasn't going to be worth that much because we weren't preferentially buying elemental damage. 4 items from the treasure map. Let's see what else we got. Only 286 from the metal detector. So metal detector really not paying for itself that well. Because remember, that's 286 over an endless run as well. So a bunch of that was more recent. The stone skin obviously was a bunch of HP. That's pretty good. Ended up with 100 attack speed from Retrimation's hoodie because we got that cursed. The ice cube, of course, is a lot of bonus damage. What else? Baby with a beard dealt 400,000 damage. We got plus 4 stats from the bone dice and 0 lost. So good job, bone dice. Rolling well on those. Only 15k from the cursed cyberball, but we only had that for a wave. 20k from the flamethrower, 300 from the nuke launcher, and like sub 20k from all the planks, but then 211k from the Dex-Troyer. So nuke launcher still outperforming it, but the Dex-Troyer still did really well. All right, my friends, hope you enjoyed that run with the ridiculous items. As always, of course, if you have enjoyed the video, then feel free to leave a comment and hit like. I may come back and do a planks only challenge run with the Golem, but I mean, I'm not going to pass the Dex-Troyer when we get the chance to use it. And of course, if you have enjoyed the video, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.